Good evening, everyone. We're here at the Delaware State Fair, Quillen Arena, with the Extravaganza getting ready to start, where we're going to pick our champion market animals, which include beef, sheep, goats, and swine. And we're just about ready to get underway in a few minutes.
Said she just wanted you to know that there was a tornado headed our way.
I was waiting for a minute, but my excuse just flew out the window go ahead for the parking lot in midair.
He looks terrible. I was talking about Teddy.
Got that buckle in on, hold that belly in. Thought mine was bad.
Look how Judge came.
And Ron's almost bad.
That's what I said.
I mean, they didn't have to get dressed up, for heaven's sake. Make it a nice event.
Now, they don't have to be 4-H or FFA to enter animals, right?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, please welcome your host for tonight's festivities, Mr. Michael Scouse. Yes.
We are about to get started for the evening. Former Secretary of Agriculture,
looks like we got a
Michael
full crowd
Scouse
for tonight's show.
Is your MC
Everybody
for the
excited?
evening, and
All
we'll keep you
right, that's what
updated
I'm
as we
talking
move
about.
through the program.
We're going to have we're going to get the grand and reserve on each species, and then at the end we're going to have a little showmanship competition. Always seems to be quite interesting. Now, before we get the show started, I have an announcement. And about somewhere around 8 o'clock, we are expecting some very bad weather to come through here. The very best place for you to be when that happens is right here in this building. So we're urging you that when this bad weather does hit, to stay right here in the building. This will be the safest place that we believe you can be on the fairgrounds. Okay? Now, good evening and welcome to the 2026 Livestock Extravaganza at the Delaware State Fair. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the greatest 10 days in the state of Delaware. Our fairground has come alive, and tonight is one of the best nights of all. This fair exhibits to celebrate our state's #1 industry, agriculture, and there's no better place to showcase its future than the young people that are standing in this ring this evening at the Livestock Extravaganza. These exhibitors have spent months getting ready for tonight. Early mornings, late nights, countless hours in the barn working with their animals. If you haven't walked through the livestock departments yet, go take a look. Take a look at each and every stall. It tells a story of grit, patience, pride, and perseverance. The agricultural education in Delaware isn't just alive, ladies and gentlemen, it is thriving. This spring, more than 700 middle and high school students packed the University of Delaware's campus for the Delaware FFA State Convention, sharpening their public speaking, leadership, and agricultural know-how. At the national level, Delaware FFA members joined a record-breaking crowd of over 73,000 students from across the country at the National FFA Convention. And one of our very own, a Laurel High School alum, was elected to the national officer team, one of only 6 students nationwide to earn that honor. Add in Delaware 4-H, reaching thousands of young people statewide, it is clear our state is actually building that next generation of agricultural leaders. So with that good news, let's start tonight's celebration of the Delaware agricultural and highlight the dedicated young people who are the future of our industry. At this time, I would like to introduce the officers of the Delaware State Fair. Mr. Ron Draper, our fearless leader who's done an absolutely outstanding job. Fearless leader, that's right. Our first Vice President, Mr. Ken Clark. Our second Vice President, Mr. Harvey Kenton. Our third Vice President, and the one that keeps everybody straight, Jeannie DeLeo. Our fourth Vice President, Mr. Mark Breeding. And tonight we have with us our Delaware Secretary of Agriculture, Mr. Don Clifton. Ladies and gentlemen, the American flag represents the efforts of those fighting to ensure our freedoms every single day. Today, we take the time to show our appreciation for the men and women who serve every day to protect the freedom and show our love for their country. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you this evening Taylor Wallace to sing their national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And how about a round of applause for our color guard from the Delaware State Police? Thank you. The Delaware State Fair would like to take this opportunity to honor our nation's heroes for their continued dedication, perseverance, and courage displayed overseas in our local communities and across the nation. In addition to our soldiers, ladies and gentlemen, let us honor our hometown heroes. Let us honor the firefighters, the police officers, the rescue workers, and the caring neighbors. I want to thank you for being heroes daily and coming together for liberty, justice, and the American spirit. And now, please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our stage Delaware State Fair Board President, Mr. Ron Draper. Ron?
Thank you, Michael. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 26th State Fair as we celebrate 107 years of being in existence. I'd like to also acknowledge who I know is out in the audience, past President Leroy Betts, and I'd like for him to please stand. After he stepped down as being president, he didn't stop. He continued to be a big asset, I know, to me and also to the fair, and we really appreciate all that he does for us. And glad to have you here tonight, Leroy. I'd also like to thank the superintendents and the assistant superintendents of the departments for making this event a major highlight of the fair. This is the one event that as you sit there and you watch the young people handle their animals and perform, it makes you realize we're very, very lucky and that we have a good foundation to move forward with our young people, and we certainly need that, and we want to continue to keep them interested, especially in the Delaware State Fair. Congratulations to all the exhibitors and wish them good luck in tonight's competition. Enjoy the extravaganza and the fair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Draper, for your tireless efforts to make the Delaware State Fair the premier youth and adults event for across Delmarva. On behalf of the Board of Directors, we'd like to thank this evening's sponsors, the Delaware Department of Agriculture, Corteva, and Horizon Farm Credit. They've all been sponsors for a very long time, the Delaware State Fair and the Livestock Extravaganza, and we couldn't do it without them, and we want to thank them very much for their continued support. The Delaware State Fair is home of champions, hundreds of 4-H and FFA projects, hundreds of exhibitors. They have all come together this week to showcase the best that Delaware has to offer. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate the achievements in livestock production. Our judges will choose the champion and reserve market animals and then crown the 2026 overall champion livestock showman. This event marks the culmination of a year's worth of hard work and dedication by these exhibitors. Tonight, we will and you should all be proud that you have made it to this point. Every single one of our exhibitors, whether you're here at the Extravaganza or not, if you showed here at the Delaware State Fair, you truly are a winner. So now, allow me to introduce our distinguished judges for this evening who have they have a very tough job. I've watched the shows for the last few days, and I don't know how they picked the winners and went through the lineup. In talking with the judges back there in the office earlier this evening, I asked, what's the quality of livestock? And every single one of them said, your top animals can compete in any state. That says a lot for the state of Delaware and the job that these young people do. So they've got a tough job selecting the granted reserve market steers, hogs, lambs, and goats. Now, ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our 2026 livestock judges. Our steer judge is Dr. Ben Weichert from Scorpio Center, New York. Our goat judge is Wesley Moore from Ponto, Indiana. Our sheep judge this evening is Dr. Scott Griner from Christiansburg, Virginia. And our swine judge tonight is Adrian Austin Newberry from Brenham, Texas. Oh, see, those swine people are still trying to suck up to you. Did you hear that? Yeah. Oh, good luck, you all. You're going to need it. Tonight's livestock extravaganza animals were selected from over 400 head of livestock. 21 steers, 100 hogs, 131 lambs, 151 market goats, which were entered by over 260 junior exhibitors in this year's Junior Livestock Market Competition. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it has all come down to this. The top 8 market steers, the top 20 market hogs, the top 30 market lambs, and the top 30 market goats, all competing for grand champion titles. And they have been selected from the best livestock at the Delaware State Fair during the past 2 days. We will begin tonight's festivities with the Grand and Reserve Champion Market Steers in the center ring. And I would like to welcome our first and second place winners. Class 1, first place, Bailey Palmer from Camden. Second place, Caitlin Bodine from Hartley. Class 2, Joseph McGuire from Hartley. Second place, Logan Layfield from Georgetown. Class number 3, first place, Peyton Killen from Felton. Second place, Jonathan Tucker from Bridgeville. First place in Class 4, Catherine McGuire from Hartley. Second place, Logan Layfield from Georgetown. Yes. Judge, there is your class. Good luck picking the Grand and Reserve.
We've brought the steers.
Our market steer judge tonight is Dr. Ben Weichert from Scipio Center, New York. Dr. Weichert has been actively involved in livestock industry for more than 20 years and has served as a professional livestock judge since 2010. A former Pennsylvania 4-H state livestock judging champion, Ben competed in the collegiate livestock judging circuit at West Virginia University and later returned to coach at WV Livestock Judging Team during the 2010-2011 season. Ben holds a BS in Animal Science from West Virginia University, MS in Agriculture Extension Education from Penn State University, a PhD in Agricultural Education and Leadership from the University of Missouri. Throughout his career, he's combined his passion for livestock evaluation with roles in higher education, extension, and agricultural consulting. He currently serves as Director of Agriculture Consulting Services in Ithaca, New York. Ben has evaluated livestock at shows and clinics across the United States and Canada, including numerous state fair, regional, and national level events. His judging resume includes events such as the North American International Livestock Exposition, North Dakota State Fair, Pennsylvania Farm Show, Big E, New York State Fair, and the Mini Hereford Junior Nationals. Ben and his twin brother Owen have bred 7 national level champion shorthorns and raised internationally competitive Australian shepherds. Beef steers are judged on their degree of muscling, degree of finished fat cover, growth captivity, structural correctness, balance, and frame size. And having a smooth top line but lots of muscle are just a couple of the traits that a judge is looking for in our steers. These preferred physical traits strengthen single health, leanness, and ability to produce a high yield of quality retail product. You know, ladies and gentlemen, here in Delaware, the big picture, Delaware doesn't take a break from agriculture just because it's Fair Week. It's a 365-day-a-year industry, and our farmers are leading the way in growing food, protecting the environment, and creating jobs. Today, Delaware is home to more than 2,150 farms spanning over 520,000 acres, generating an economic impact of nearly $8 billion a year for our state. Poultry remains the powerhouse, with Delaware ranking among the nation's top broiler chicken producers and the industry topping $1 billion in annual sales. Our farmers also grow corn, soybeans, wheat, fruits, vegetables, and nursery stock, feeding families right here at home and well beyond our borders. So as you enjoy tonight's extravaganza, remember, the passion you see in this ring is the same passion powering an entire industry here in Delaware. Delaware's agricultural future has never been brighter.
Secretary Skuse just gave some facts about the beef and agriculture industry in general. As you said, our judge from New York is evaluating the steers now. These animals weigh between 1,100 and 1,500 pounds. So we have some exceptional animals out here. As he said earlier, there's 21 steers in the show today. These are the top winners in each weight class. They're divided by weight.
Good evening, everybody.
So they're
Thank you so
about
much for having me.
So here we are
down
with the
to
judges'
Delaware
comments.
to judge
Thank
your
you.
steer show. Let's give all of our beef exhibitors a nice hand. You know, I had an aunt and uncle that lived in Dover for much of their life, so I spent some time here in Delaware enjoying some seafood, seeing some friends, and visiting family. And I've been to the state fair a couple of times. I don't do a lot of livestock judging anymore after doing it like non-stop for 15 or so years. But when I was so excited when the Delaware State Fair called and offered me this opportunity, I couldn't say no. Today I had a wonderful time sorting through this really excellent set of market steers. I also did the breeding heifers and the showmanship, as well as evaluated some bulls. And just like we heard earlier, the quality of the cattle at the top end of the class is really excellent. I think you have a lot to be proud of exhibiting cattle of such quality here at the Delaware State Fair. For me, when I'm sorting through livestock, I like to work with the youth. The #1 product that we're producing in this show ring isn't ground beef or T-bone steaks, it's youth development. So through these steers, these kids are learning a lot about life. They're learning communication skills, they're learning leadership skills, they're learning perseverance, and that's what we need for a healthy and successful agricultural community in Delaware and throughout the nation. I'm gonna go out and select your champion steer. For me, there's one that really ticks all the boxes. He's structurally sound, he's of an appropriate terminal weight, he's got a good look to him, he's still sleek and attractive about his front 1/3. Excited to go out and select your champion steer at the 2026 Delaware State Fair. Let's give them another round of applause, please.
Catherine McGuire is your grand champion.
Is that the steer?
Going out to select your reserve champion, things get a little tighter. We have some steers that need a little bit more time on feed to really be appropriately market ready. We have some really nice second place steers that when we really examine their type and kind, they're modern, they're moderate, they have some structural soundness. For me, there certainly is a steer that most readily follows the type and kind of that grand champion. I'm excited to go out and select your reserve champion market steer at the 2026 Delaware State Fair. Let's give them one more hand.
Joseph McGuire is your reserve grand champion.
Well, as the judge picked the animals, we had Catherine McGuire with their heavyweight steer being grand champion, and Joseph McGuire being the reserve grand champion. So quite a feat for that family.
Catherine, can you come back out here and receive an award, please?
Now, Bob, I want to know, what is the time frame from the time they get the calf until they're ready for market?
Have to notice that these steers are approaching 2 years old. So they were shown, most of these were shown last year as what we call feeder calves, which has to be under 700 pounds.
Congratulations
and
to the
now this year,
2026 Delaware
they, as
State
you
Fair
can
Grand
see, they've
Champion
doubled their
steer
weight,
Henry of
and that's when they're considered market ready.
I'd like to present you with this plaque, show stick, comb, and monetary award. Since 1948, Betty Palmer has always participated in the fair in one way or another, even after having some medical difficulties. She attended the fair. In 1948, she brought the first black Angus to the fair, and she passed this love of showing animals to the fair on to her son, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. So congratulations. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like the market goats to proceed to the ring. Please help me welcome the finalists and semi-finalists in the market goat weight class. Class number 1, first place, Kinsley Greer. Second place, Grace Jones from Millsboro. Class number 2, first place, Bryce Brown. Class number 3, first place, Brenda Greer. Second place, Kendall Linton. Class number 4, first place, Porter Bonnewell, Laurel. Second place, Kinsley Greer, Hartley. Class number 5, first place, Colson Justice from Laurel. Second place, Clyde Justice from Laurel. Class number 6, first place, Lexi Hay from Harrington. Second place, Braxton Sherwood from Felton.
Braxton.
Class number 7, first place, McKenna Vest Clayton. Second place, Caden Swood from Dover. Class number 8, first place, Cassidy Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Bryce O'Day from Seaford. Class number 9, first place, Lexi Hay from Harrington. Second place, Bailey Brown from Denton.
Do they specifically raise
Class number
these for beef,
10,
correct?
first place, Brindley Crates from Kmart. Second place, Logan Layfield from Georgetown. Class number 11, first place, Ryland Brood, Harrington. Second place, Austin Coverdale, Hartley. Class number 12, first place, Austin Coverdale. Second place, Leighton Layfield, Georgetown. Class number 13, first place, Cassidy Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Brindley Greer from Hartley. Class 14, first place, Sidney Messick, Harrington. Second place, Weston Field from Viola. Class number 15, our last class, first place, Brindley Crates from Kmart. Second place, McKenna Vest, Clayton. Judge, there is your class, and good luck to everyone. Our
Bob,
market
when the
judge
judges look
tonight
at
is Wesley Moore from Ponto, Indiana. Wes grew up on a small farm in Indiana where he raised sheep, goats, and hogs. He showed livestock competitively across the nation before continuing his passion for the industry as a member of the livestock judging team in Western Illinois University and Illinois Central College. Wes currently serves as a feed sales representative with Purina. Back home, he operates his own show goat operation and also helps with his father-in-law's operation, Jacob's Show Goats. Goat market information. Judges are searching for the complete package. A goat that combines powerful muscle, structural correctness, body capacity, and eye-catching balance. The goats that rise to the top are typically wide-based, thick though through the leg and loin, and athletic in their movements, showing both strength and soundness. Above all, a champion market goat should look trim, productive, and ready for market, blending muscle, structure, and show ring presence into one impressive package. Tonight's Livestock Extravaganza celebration is again sponsored by the Delaware Department of Agriculture, Corteva, and Horizon Farm Credit. Our great sponsors are pleased to continue to support the Livestock Extravaganza, and we recognize that the next generation of agriculturalists will come from the youth exhibiting here this very evening. Whether they stay on the farm or become IT specialists, geneticists, veterinarians, get involved in aeronautics, or decide to become involved in science and do research that will impact biotechnology, they will help ensure a bright future for our industry. This is the very best time to be involved in agriculture.
Our judge, Mr. Wes Moore from Indiana, is evaluating the goats now. We have 30 animals in here. We were able to have 15 different weight classes for the goat department. And there are some outstanding animals here that will not only be eligible for the auction here, but will be able, if the exhibitor decides to keep them, should do very well at future shows on through the summer. But there are some outstanding animals here.
Yeah, Bob, we looked at the steers a few moments ago, and you said they were almost all 2 years old. How long does it take a meat goat to get to the size where they're ready to go to market?
Most of these animals were born in January or February, and we're looking at weight range up to 150 pounds at the max. So depending on what you like or the meat market likes.
Let's go ahead and put your hands together for your goat exhibitors out here.
The judge is ready to make some comments and select his champions.
As the goat people know, I had a little mic trouble the other day, and again, I had it with this one, so I said it was always the goat judge. But I'm excited to be out here in Delaware. This has been an exciting show. I got to sort through your full bloods there on Saturday, and then I got to sort through showmanship and these young individuals right out here in front of me. These things are very, very high-end animals out here. I came out to Delaware, and this is not what I was expecting. These animals, their quality is just so good. You know, there's a few out here that I really like there in the show. I'm not going to go through and talk to stock tonight. I think I talked to them enough there the other night through the show. There's some of my personal favorites out here. I'm not going to leave some words for these judges here after me. They requested, but I got a few things that I want to say here on the mic. I want to first off thank my family members back home, my father-in-law, my wife, my dad, all my siblings there back home, my mom, taking care of stock for me, always keeping my vibes up, continuing life and encouraging me to chase my dreams. Certainly, all you young individuals out here need to do that, and I hope you realize that. And another thing is I guess all those young individuals out here in front of me back in the goat barn, I didn't really get to tell you this the other day, but if you got some people back in the barn that help you, no matter it's a parent, a supporter, whoever it is, you need to go back, give them a hug, give them a handshake, however you need to, and just thank them. All your supporters around you in your life, they're there for a reason, and they're there to encourage you to do better. Last couple of things I'll say here before I'll go out and catch your grand. I want to thank God. God has got me here today. God has gotten me through a lot of tough times in my life. And I want to thank Him for every day that I am here and present on this earth. Congratulations again to all you goat exhibitors out here. I'm going to go out and select your champion and reserve. You guys have a wonderful time out here in Delaware. This is the best state fair I've been to so far. Congratulations again.
And it goes to Brinley Kreitz. Brinley, congratulations. I was told wrong. My goat judge told me wrong. It was Sydney Messick that won grand. Congratulations, Cindy. And Brinley Kreitz is your reserve grand champion. Congratulations, Brinley.
Our champion market goats tonight, folks, are Sydney Messick from Harrington, who was grand champion, and the reserve grand champion went to Class 8.
Okay, we'll wait for them to clear
I'm
out.
sorry, Class 10, Brinley Kreitz. Outstanding animals all the way down the line.
But congratulations to our 2026 Delaware State Fair grand champion market goat.
All of the animals that are exhibited this evening will be for sale at the auction on Thursday.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we are ready for the Market Lamb Championship Drive, and the finalists and semi-finalists are Class number 1, first place, Charlie Tatar, Clover. Second place, Harley Stewart, Harrington. Class number 2, first place, Jackson Sweetman from Clayton. Second place, Molly Green from Bear. Class number 3, first place, Miranda Gary from Harrington. Second place, Draper Wright from Harrington. Class number 4, first place, Aiden Gary from Harrington. Second place, Trip Silicato from Harrington. Class number 5, Waylon Wood from Felton. Second place, Emma King from Camden. Class number 6, first place, Riley Stubbs from Harrington. Second place, Kason Sizemar from Dover. Class number 7, first place, Mason Hay from Harrington. Second place, Mallory Wood from Harrington. Class number 8, first place, Kendall Linton from Millsboro. Second place, Charlie Tatar, Dover. Class number 9, first place, Riley Stubbs from Harrington. Second place, McKenna Vest from Harrington. Class number 10, Savannah Messick, Harrington. Second place, Aiden Holtz from Camden. First place in class number 11, Savannah Messick, Harrington. Second place, Addison Stewart from Harrington. Class number 12, first place, Carrie Calloway from Harrington. Second place, Hope Conway from Clayton. Class number 13, first place, Evan Calloway from Harrington. Second place, Sydney Messick from Harrington. Class number 14, first place, Brinley Kreitz from Kmart. Second place, McKenna Vest from Clayton. Class number 15, first place, Hope Conaway, Clayton. Second place, Claudia Warren from Georgetown. Our market judge tonight is Dr. Scott Greiner from Christiansburg, Virginia. Dr. Greiner is a professor and extension animal scientist at the School of Animal Sciences at Virginia Tech. Dr. Greiner was raised on a diversified livestock farm in eastern Iowa. He attended Iowa State University where he majored in animal science. While at Iowa State, he was a member of the reserve national champion meats judging team and the national champion livestock judging team, and was a high individual at the national contest. His graduate studies included an MS from Michigan State University and a PhD from Iowa State. While in graduate school, he coached highly competitive livestock judging teams, including 2 national championship teams at Iowa State. A faculty member at Virginia Tech, Greiner designs and delivers livestock educational programs for adults and youth and conducts applied research with science focused in applied genetics and production management. He also teaches senior level production and management coursework and mentors graduate students. Scott resides outside Christiansburg, Virginia, along with his wife Lori. They raised 2 daughters, Kylie and Leah, both through livestock program, and the family continues to be very involved in 4-H activities. Griner is judged at the national, state, and local livestock shows for multiple species in 38 states and was as well as internationally. Since 2006, he's been superintendent of the National Collegiate Livestock Judging Contest. Sheep are judged on those physical traits that include leanness and quality retail products, a lamb that combines impressive muscle, the right amount of finish, structural soundness, and overall style will find itself at the top of their class. Judges also want lambs that are trim and properly conditioned, not too fat and not too lean, while maintaining a balanced athletic appearance and adequate size, depth, and growth potential. A champion market lamb stands out because it blends muscle, correctness, and eye appeal into a powerful, complete package.
Again, everyone, we have 15 weight classes in our market lamb section of the Extravaganza. Again, some outstanding animals, and the judges are looking for that strong muscling. These are going to be your meat animals, so he'll be picking his champion and reserve in just a short time.
Bob, I noticed that they take an awful lot of time on positioning their animals in a certain way. What are they looking for when they do that?
If you'll notice, these exhibitors are what we call pushing on the animal. That's what they call bracing. And what that is when the judge is looking at it, they want those muscles to be tense and strong to give that appearance of good muscle. Good muscle means quality meat for the animal that they're exhibiting. And when they do that little push, that tightens those muscles up across the back legs, across the front end, as well as the top lines, and makes the animal just look 100% better.
An age which a child can start showing, or can they come at any age?
Here at the Delaware State Fair, our age limit starts at 5. They're allowed to come into the ring, and these juniors can show up until their 21st birthday. So this is pretty much the 4-H and FFA rules that we go by here at the State Fair as well.
But they don't have to belong with 4-H or FFA?
And although most of these exhibitors belong to either 4-H or FFA, it is not necessarily a requirement here at the Delaware State Fair. They just need to be what we call a junior exhibitor, which would be 5 to 21.
If you notice, each goat is trimmed, and that's purely for aesthetics. They want the body to be shown off as meaty as it can be. All right?
Well, folks, good evening. It's my distinct pleasure to have the opportunity to join you here in Delaware for your state fair. It's been an awesome day in the Market Lamb Ring. Let's start by putting our hands together, congratulating these young people, as well as all of them that participated in our show today. I probably traveled the shortest distance and just came over from Virginia. I've never had the opportunity to be at the Delaware State Fair. I've heard an awful lot about it. I've seen the tuxedos that the judges get to wear. I've heard a lot about your grand drive, and it meets all expectations. Congratulations to the Delaware State Fair. Congratulations to everybody that put this together over 20 years. You know, one group of people that's really important, I'm very fortunate in the sheep ring today, have an awesome set of volunteers. I would say my fellow judges would echo that. There's a tremendous set of volunteers that make things happen right here on behalf of the young people. So please put your hands together. Say thank you to all the volunteers, all those folks that make things happen here at your state fair. You know, a lot's been said, and I echo what the previous two judges have said, and it's just always an honor to have the opportunity to give back to a program that's done so much for myself. It's done so much for my family, my two daughters, as you heard in my bio, but it's done so much for so many young people. And I guess the thing that I'd leave you with, and just for you to think about, young people that are in the ring, I'll leave you with a couple comments. There's 30 of you out here lucky enough to be in the Extravaganza tonight. And maybe just a different judge, a different opinion. You might have been fourth as opposed to first or second, and you might not have that opportunity. And so be thankful, number one. Number two, none of us go through life alone. None of us have a project. None of us achieve what we achieve by ourselves. We are surrounded by people, whether that's parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, neighbors, folks that help you put together your project. So young people, make sure you go give them a big hug, because you didn't get here by yourself, and you're not going to go through life by yourself. And so give them a big hug and tell them thank you. The other thing I tell you to do, all of you that hold a sheep right now, look around. Look to the person next to you, the one that's to your side and behind you, because those are people you're gonna deal with later in life. You're lucky enough to grow up in the Junior Livestock Project. You are gonna run across those people 10, 20, 30 years from now, and you're gonna have a bond. You're gonna have a special bond. You're gonna be friends because you share this special moment. You're gonna have a bond because you're lucky enough to grow up in the livestock business. You're lucky enough to have a junior project that's gonna teach you lots and lots of things that make you successful. Folks, it's been an honor to be with you, to play a small role in the future of Delaware agriculture. That future of Delaware ag is right here in the ring. Give another nice hand and we'll get you a championship.
So when they sell a market animal, where does the money go?
Your grand is Brindley Crates. Congratulations, Brindley. Riley Stubbs, congratulations as your reserve.
Our champion market lamb went to Brindley Grants, and our reserve went to Riley Stubbs. Some excellent animals, and they should be very proud. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the market hogs will be the last species of market animals to be shown on a ring tonight. Just give a few minutes to get the lambs out, and then we'll get our last species for the evening. And we've got a judge here that's real impatient. She's wanting to pick the grand and reserve real quick.
But you have to take classes to learn how to show them.
Are we ready? Okay, they said we are ready. Class number 1, first place, Joseph McGuire Hartley. Second place, Kylie Jester, Townsend. Class number 2, first place, Riley Hufford, Smyrna. Second place is Addison Bodine Hartley. Class number 3, first place, Joseph McGuire Hartley. Second place, Avery Carter, Wyoming. Class number 4, Jalen Ryan from Smyrna. Second place, Jonathan Tucker, Bridgeville. Class number 5, first place, Paisley Killen from Felton. Second place, Avery Carter from Wyoming. Class number 6, first place, Cooper Herrick from Greenwood. Second place, Caroline Palmer from Camden. Class number 7, first place, Kylie Jester, Townsend. Second place, Hadley Gissy from Harrington. Class number 8, first place, Braden Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Miranda Gary from Harrington. Class number 9, first place, Howard Chambers from Smyrna. Second place, Cooper Herrick from Greenwood. Class number 10, Braden Hearn from Laurel. Second place, Wyatt Skuse from Smyrna. Adrian Austin Newberry is from Brenham, Texas, is our market hog judge this evening. Adrian is a 5th-generation livestock producer whose passion for agriculture began through her family swine operation and years of involvement in 4-H, FFA, and the National Junior Swine Association. A graduate of Kansas State University, she competed on a nationally recognized livestock team and meat animal evaluation teams before becoming a successful coaching career. She currently serves as the livestock judging team coach and red shirt program coordinator recruiter at Blinn College, where she is dedicated to developing the next generation of livestock evaluators and agricultural leaders. In addition to coaching and judging across the country, Adrian and her husband, Quest Newberry, own and operate Q&A show pigs in Texas, where they manage a crossbred sow and herd focused on producing competitive show pig projects for youth nationwide. Adrian is passionate about mentoring young exhibitors and advocating for the future of the livestock industry. The market hog competition judges are seeking the hogs that are leaner in muscle, growth-oriented, and structurally sound. Winning hogs are typically thick through the ham and loin, wide based on the move, and exhibit the desired butterfly shape across their top that signals muscles and leanness. Judges also reward animals that adequately body volume, length, and growth potential, as these traits indicate efficient performance and market value. Sound feet and legs, a balanced profile, and the ability to move comfortably complete the picture. The ideal market hog combines muscle, capacity, leanness, eye-catching presence to create an animal that is both productive and highly competitive in the show ring.
Bob, I know that each
Ladies
animal...
and gentlemen, please recognize and join me in recognizing and thanking the Delaware State Fair livestock superintendents. These dedicated volunteers work tirelessly behind the scenes before, during, and after the fair to ensure our livestock show runs smoothly and our barns remain clean, organized, and welcoming. Their countless hours of preparation, attention to detail, and commitment to exhibitors help create a safe, positive, and successful experience for everyone involved. While much of their work happens out of the spotlight, their impact is seen every day across the fairgrounds. So please join us in giving our livestock superintendents a well-deserved round of applause. For beef cattle, we have Shelley Winkler Simpson. For sheep, we have Harry Raleigh, goats, Russ Neal, and swine, Brian Summers. And I tell you what, they work extremely hard throughout the year to make sure that we have a quality show here at the Delaware State Fair.
Bob, it's obvious that each animal has to be handled in a different way because of their size and what their capabilities are.
Well, a lot of firsts.
Where do you go to
happening out
learn
here
how
this
to do
evening.
that?
I can honestly say I've never wore anything resembling a tuxedo or a bow tie, so I'm enjoying it, and this is awesome. If the national anthem earlier did not get your heart pumping a little bit, you must not be American, because that thing had me ready to run through a brick wall. Absolutely. Wherever that young lady is, she did an excellent job. Congratulations to her. I want to start off by saying a huge thank you to the Delaware State Fair for having me out, and specifically the swine show staff, volunteers, Ring Help. I said it back during the show the other day, but that's a group of people who are genuine. They care about your young people, and they made my job tremendously smooth and easy, and so that's a thankless job sometimes. Let's not let it be thankless tonight. Let's put our hands together for them really quickly here. Briefly, just to talk about our class winners that we have represented. I'm not going to talk about each one individually, but I do want to say I don't think they all look alike, and our Grand and Reserve here in a minute are not going to look exactly like carbon copies of each other, and I'm completely okay with that. I take it as my job as an evaluator to find the highest quality animal possible, the best one in their contemporary group, and not worry too much about trying to box myself into a kind at the sacrifice of quality. And so I know they're not going to look identical here in a second, but I'm really happy with our class winners that we have represented and was excited to see them back out here. My family would laugh at this. I'm not much of a speech giver. That's usually my older brother, Kane. You guys had him judge the pig show last year. He kind of gets a little long-winded on the microphone, and so that's not typical of me, but I was waiting up on the platform and realized I was probably going to talk the longest tonight, and so I just had a couple things, I guess, on my mind and my heart that I wanted to share. I actually was thinking about this coming back from dinner last night. I'm thinking about a friend of mine that I met through the livestock industry. We grew up showing pigs against each other. We competed against each other on a different senior college judging teams. And earlier this summer, she passed away. We lost her. And I don't say that for sympathy. I'm not going to share details or the story. That's her family's story to tell. But sitting at her funeral earlier this summer, I looked around the church, and there was not an empty seat in the house. There was not a dry eye in the house, and it was absolutely full of livestock industry people. And I would bet that a lot of them, like myself, were reflecting on their moments with that young lady and how she made them feel growing up. Because she was the kind of person that frankly was a bright light in what can sometimes be a little bit of a dark world today. And every conversation that you had with her, you felt like you meant something to her and you were important. And I was thinking about that because so often in our industry today, it's really easy. Really, I think we have the option to act one of two ways. The first of those that I think is undoubtedly our fallback, and it's myself included, is that we can act a little bit like a hater. We start to hate on the people that won, right? We don't like their animal. They don't work hard enough at home. We hate on the judge. If that happens tonight, that's okay. I'm tough. I can take it. But that's our fallback in negative situations, unfortunately. And it tends to be sometimes the negative interaction that we can have with each other in this industry. I want to encourage you guys tonight to instead be more like my friend. And she was a builder for the livestock industry. That's the kind of person that we have to be. It's no secret, this industry is shrinking. Some families are leaving, maybe because some of those negative experiences that they had. And so I'd encourage you, build others up. Be the person that has a positive interaction with them, puts a smile on their face. Spread joy and kindness. Be that kind of person. And to the young people in the ring, if you want a class, right? You might feel like you're climbing up the rope along the side of a building to the building of success, right? You're trying to get to the top. And it's so easy for us to get caught up in our identity and wins and losses and winning a pig show. Tonight, you might feel like you've climbed that rope if you win here in a second and you've reached the top, the pinnacle of success. That looks different for everybody. I'd encourage you, be that person that whenever you get to the top, you throw that rope back down and you help the next person up along the way. Because that's going to be what helps keep this industry rolling. That's going to be what helps it grow and allow people to have a positive experience. So those are my things I wanted to share. Be a builder, not a hater. Help others, and most importantly, if you take only one thing away, keep Christ at the center of what you're doing, and then your priorities are going to be in line. And so that's all I have to say about that. I'll get off my soapbox. I want to say thank you one more time for having me, and one more request from the crowd. I like crowd involvement, and a judge did this for me whenever I was growing up in a Grand Drive, and I never forgot it, and I want to help make a memory for these kids here in just a second. I'm not going to talk anymore, but I want to ask you guys, if you're able to stand up, yes, stand up, crowd, get to your feet, and start cheering them on. I'm going to go get you a Grand in Reserve.
Brandon Hearn is your grand champion. Congratulations, Brandon.
Like some pretty big hogs out there. How big are they when they are born?
Wyatt
And
Skuse
what is their weight now?
is your reserve.
You have to understand these pigs were born about 6 to 7 months ago and probably weighed 3 pounds at that time. Now you've got pigs out here that the weight limit is 300 pounds. So anywhere from 220 or 30 to 300 pounds.
And while they're getting the pigs back into the pen before we start our showmanship competition, it's time to present the Sammy Tapman Award to our Champion Market Lamb winner. The award donated by the Tapman family is in memory of Sammy Tapman. Sammy was a very competitive showman and extremely well liked. He always wore a smile and had something nice to say. Sammy's dearly missed by every one of us tonight, and it's an honor to present this award in memory to the Champion Market exhibitor here at the Livestock Extravaganza.
All the animals go for auction on Thursday.
Congratulations, Brindley, well deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will award the 20th Annual Delaware State Fair Overall Champion Livestock Showman Award. And the award recipient will be the individual that judges believes demonstrates the best ability in showing all 4 livestock species. And competing for this coveted award tonight will be Briley Bodine, Sydney Messick,
So they have to show everyone now.
Cassidy Hearn, and Carolyn Palmer. So direct your attention to the show ring as these three highly qualified showmen vie for being named the 2026 overall champion livestock showman.
So they have to show every one of the animals.
Now look, right now they're being really nice to one another and helping each other pin their numbers on the back. In a couple minutes, it's going to be dog eat dog out here. You know she pins yours on upside down, right? Okay, don't leave here. This is going to get really interesting in a few minutes. Because they have got to show all four species, some of which they have never shown before. So this gets real interesting. Okay, what's first? Oh, the beef's first. Well, it just said I got beef, then I got the sheep. Okay. Beef showmanship is all about the partnership between the exhibitor and their animal. Now remember, they're going to be showing animals that they have never laid hands on before. And the judges want to see how confident the showman is and presents their steer or heifer in the best possible way at all times. Winning exhibitors demonstrate control, poise, and awareness in the ring. Sometimes that can get a little bit different with these big animals. They want to set the animal up correctly, maintaining eye contact with the judge and smoothly positioning the animal to heighten its strength, while at the same time hiding a few weaknesses. Great showmanship isn't about having the best animal, it's about showcasing your hard work, preparation, and the ability to make the animal look its absolute best. Oh. Now see, they changed the script on me. Swine are going to be first. Change of plans, we're going to show the swine first. This ought to really be interesting. Because if they haven't shown any swine before, it's a totally different animal. You know, I think, Mr. President, I think in the future, we should have competition between the fair officers. What do you all say? The future shows competition with fair officers. All right, yes.
Bob, how
the president said he'd even practice.
Shows.
The four top showmen, one from each species, that were picked earlier this week, draw a number out of a hat, so that is an animal they get. They have no prior knowledge to what animal it is or how well it works in the ring. That's on them. This is strictly showmanship. So that means how the exhibitor presents the animal. The unique thing about this is that you have your winning showman for each species, and now they're going to have to show other animals in other species as well, and hopefully they've done their homework and be able to do this in a really good way to show off the animal at its best.
You know, this is a little different. As you see, the swine showmanship is a true test of stockmanship and ring awareness. The exhibitors cannot physically lead the hog, and judges pay close attention to their ability to guide their animal using the short whip and their board while keeping it under control and moving naturally. Winning showmen anticipate the hog's movement, maintain an ideal distance from the judges, and position the animal the best possible view. And the most successful exhibitors demonstrate confidence, patience, and quick thinking. And that quick thinking part can be really important, creating a smooth, professional presentation that showcases both their hog and their handling skills at the highest level. As the judge continues to move, you need to continue to position your animal so the judge has the very best view at all times. And so far, they're all doing a pretty good job.
So most of the animals will go up for auction unless, of course, the owner decides to keep them. That's 6 o'clock on Thursday in the Kentville. So I can say that? So Bob, and am I correct in saying that most of these animals will be up for auction on Thursday in the Kent building at 6 o'clock?
That is correct. One of the highlights of the fair is to, number one, make the extravaganza, and if not, at least make the auction, which we take the top 3 or 4 animals in each class are eligible for the auction. Now, these animals can be sold directly. The exhibitor may wish to keep them, and some of the animals are sold and then the animal donated back to 4-H and FFA. So either way, the exhibitor comes out a winner all the way around.
Anybody is eligible to bid on the animal?
Yes, at the auction is open to the public, and anybody can bid on the animal, and they also have online bidding available, that if you're not here at the fairgrounds at the auction in person, you can bid online.
Thank you, exhibitors. That'll be interesting. Next on the list is the Goat Championship.
So how do they pick the person that they want to choose to do the showmanship classes?
The goat showmanship is fairly fast-paced, energetic, requires constant attention to detail. The judges look for exhibitors who confidently handle their goats, keeping them properly braced and presented, and remain aware of both the judge and the competition around them. Successful showmen stay calm under pressure. Sometimes that can be a bit difficult. Move their goats smoothly and quickly make adjustments to maintain the ideal stance. The best exhibitors create the impression that they and their goat are working as one team, demonstrating skill, control, and exceptional ring presence.
The four ladies that are out there each won the showmanship class in their individual species.
Thank you, exhibitors. The next species that we're going to show the sheep. You know, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate another incredible year of competition, agriculture, and tradition, some of the most anticipated events are still ahead of us here at the Delaware State Fair. Be sure to join us at the Junior Livestock Auction Thursday, July 30th, where this year's champion market animals will take center stage in the Kent Building. Watch as these outstanding livestock projects representing months of dedication, hard work, and commitment are sold to area businesses, community leaders, and generous supporters of the Delaware agriculture. It's a thrilling showcase of youth achievement and a true celebration of the future of our livestock industry. Be sure to come back tomorrow and join us for the Sheep Breed Show and the Open Dairy Cattle Show. The excitement doesn't stop there. There are livestock shows happening throughout the remainder of the week, including the Dairy Goat Show, the Pony Show, Pygmy Goat Show, and be sure to check your Delaware State Fair Livestock Handbook for complete scheduled events along with dates, times, and locations. There's still a lot more to come at the Delaware State Fair.
Our judge is evaluating the lambs now. He's looking for the muscling, of course, on the animals and how the exhibitor can show that off to the judge. This part of showmanship is making that animal look its best. It's not necessarily how good the animal is, but how good the showman is, the exhibitor is. And there's little things the exhibitor can do as far as bracing the animal, having their legs correct, having their head in the proper position to make that animal look its best. And that's what the judge is looking for.
I told you all that this was going to be interesting. Okay. Last but not least, what do we got? Okay, we did the swine, right? Sheep, goats. Now we got the beef cows.
So it takes hours of dedication.
You know, before we wrap this up tonight, I want to congratulate all our winners and exhibitors again. Remember, whether you were in Extravaganza or not, if you exhibited here at the Delaware State Fair, you're truly a winner, and we really appreciate all of those exhibitors. It gives me a great deal of pride seeing the results of your hard work and your dedication. And to our young people out there, you are the future of agriculture, not just here in the state of Delaware, but across this great nation. You've learned the skills that include setting goals, planning and organizing, communication, motivation, responsibility, decision-making, problem-solving, and resiliency. These are all important to your success in school and your future careers. Whatever path you choose to take in your life, in your career, remember that you play a critical role in educating the public on the importance of agriculture, this state's #1 industry. On behalf of the Delaware State Fair, its Board of Directors, and the Department of Agriculture, we thank you for attending this year's event, our Livestock Extravaganza. And ladies and gentlemen, when you're out there going through the fair, take the time to congratulate our exhibitors, and especially those winners that have worked so hard to get here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, our overall champion livestock showman will receive the silver cup and have their name engraved on the plaque that hangs in the administrative office for all of our visitors to see. And while I get our treasurer and Horty to tabulate the results, they've assured me that they've never made this mistake before. I'm hoping that streak continues. Again, ladies, remember, we got a lot of the fair left. This is the greatest 10 days in the state of Delaware. So we got a lot of fair left. Enjoy the shows, enjoy the rides, enjoy all the livestock that we have here, and have a great time. And come out and support all of our young people.
As we wind down the evening, the judges are conferring one last time for our champion showman. You have to remember that all these exhibitors put countless hours into getting these animals ready from the time they were young animals till now, and they should be commended for the great job they did. Congratulations to all the exhibitors.
Having a little powwow over here with the judges. I assure you that in a very short period of time we will have the winner. But these four young ladies, I'm sure, are really nervous. Yes, we're just building up all the excitement here for these four young ladies. How about a round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen? They did a great job. Wonderful job. And presenting the cup, silver cup tonight will be the president of Delaware State Fair, Mr. Ron Draper. And we finally have our results. Oh, really? Are we sure? You haven't messed up? Our winner, our grand champion showman, is Cassidy Hearn. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Another big round of applause for all four of them, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job this evening. That concludes the Livestock Extravaganza at the Delaware State Fair. We'll see you same time, same place next year.
Our champion showman is Cassidy Hearn from Laurel. She won the silver trophy and an outstanding belt buckle for winning the championship. Well deserved. Congratulations. Thank you, my friend.
Congratulations.